Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's the Parent Entrepreneurs here, and today what we'll be doing is we'll be continuing our Investing with Max series. If you guys have not watched the previous video, I highly suggest you guys go watch that now. As a disclaimer, this is just for educational purposes only, and if you guys are looking for financial advice, I highly suggest you guys seek out a registered financial advisor. If that makes sense, let's get started. I'm gonna start sharing my screen here. Let's do that. Okay, so now basically I'm just gonna hold on, make myself bigger here because I always forget that. Okay, so yeah, what I wanted to discuss is the Canadian cannabis market, and so far it's been pretty much red throughout the board. So you can see here that weed is down, right? And it's been down significantly. Last trading day, it was down almost 5%. You can see Tilray also had a news too. Also down 4%. So majority of the time when you see this kind of trend, like the market itself for the cannabis industry seem to correlate to the, I guess what you could say, the tickers in that stock market, right? Like I'm talking about, like, you can see Rev Capital, you can see Puff, you can see I guess Namaste is liveless now, but they're all down. So like it's rare to see seeing a company that, let's say weed, you can say Tilray, they're all red and you see one green. It's pretty rare, but I do see that occasionally. But majority of the time when the big guys are red, the big four, before it used to be weed, ACB, Tilray, and what was the other one? I can't remember now. APH, Afria. So when they were all down, majority of the small guys were also down, right? So you gotta take into consideration. So we really have to understand where the market is going right now. And as you can see, for example, if we go to weed, that it's been in a downtrend ever since February 2021, right? So you can see it's been a downtrend. So I'm hoping to see a reversal pretty soon, but I'm not seeing that yet because of the volume. The volume has been super low for you can see here 1.7 mil, so it's still, in that range where it's in the 1.2 mil. But what I really want to see is like the 8 million, 12 million, or even higher than like 1 million, right? So if you can see a 2 million, 3 million, then I might see that, okay, this is interesting, that we might be seeing a catalyst in the cannabis industry. But so far I'm not seeing anything that is very newsworthy. But what I do want to tell you is that the Canadian cannabis retail sale has been going up. And just to kind of show you what that looks like is I'll go to the cannabis investor group on Facebook, and I'll just show you what this person, Jean, reposted. And it says here, Canada is still growing. And you can see stats from BNN Bloomberg. And I'm just gonna make this bigger, and you can see the Canadian cannabis retail sales seasonally adjusted is on August 20th. It was 251.7 mil. Then on September it was 257, and you can just, like, if you look down, you can see that it's, except for November 20th, like it's been going up gradually, right? So then you can see from August 20th to August 21st, from 251.7 mil, now it's at 356.9 mil. So that's a good sign, especially for the cannabis retail sales, that a lot of the people that are using it are still buying cannabis, right? Buying marijuana. So the only thing is that right now, the stock market or the stock price doesn't reflect that, right? We can see that here, everything is pretty much red. And if you're in a panic mode and you need to cash out, I would highly suggest to maybe just wait a little bit, because we might see a reversal pretty soon. And maybe it's the time to actually load up, right? So the number one thing that I always talk about regarding what to do in the market is you want to do the reverse. So if the 90% are selling, then you want to be buying. If the 10, so you want to be the 10%. So let's say vice versa. So if people are buying, right? So 90% of people are buying, you probably want to be the 10% who's selling. So that's just the game, because majority of the people, especially if you're day trading, 90% of the people lose, right? So what I wanted just to go over quickly here is I'm gonna go to the usual trading view. And as you can see here, like from the last video, I was telling you guys that we needed to chart it, because when Rev Capital changed to, uh, I think it was a different exchange, right? We were talking about that. I lost the, like here, I lost all the charting that we did before. So if I go to Rev Capital now here, I'm just gonna go here. So I had to chart it again. I had to chart the high, low, lower, high, higher, low. So we know that in here, right? In here, the the support is around the 160 range, and the high so far has been 169. So we're still in this range. What I want to see is I want to see it break the 169, or maybe let's say 170 psychological. And if we can do that in the next few days or weeks, we might see a reversal uptrend. So we might see, because it's been, like you can't see here, but Riv Capital has been going down ever since February 2021, right? Like kind of like where we saw here, everybody in the cannabis industry has just been going down, has been beaten down because of the hype. People from this part was probably the ones that are the 10% who cashed out, and the rest are, if you're long and you held it and you didn't do anything, you're probably sitting on that stock price from when you bought here. Then you probably are waiting to sell, and majority of the time, that's what I noticed, is that people will just kind of like hold it and not take action, and maybe they'll have enough, or they need the money, then that's when they cash out. So it's really important just to have a game plan. Okay, so yeah, so let's go here. So you can see the high. So if I go to, let's say I want to go to, let me check here. So the 5-day trend, so you can't really see much here, but yeah. So I'll just go to the daily for now. Daily trend, one. So it looks a little bit cleaner. So right now it's in the hourly, so we could just kind of chart it quickly. So yeah, so Brave Capital moved from TSX to CSE as Canadian Stock Exchange, and basically it, when it traded, then it went from here. Then I just charted the high, low, the support and resistance here. Then it broke that support and resistance. Then it went to new support, and now this is the resistance. But once it broke that, that and now like the 13th, on the September 10th, sorry, September 10th here, the 13th. So this is, you can see here, this is the 10th. Then it broke the 10th. Then after that, on the 11:30 of the 10th, it went to a new higher, new support and resistance level. Then on 12:30 on the 10th, it still went to that low. And the 13th here, the next trading day. So you can see that at 6:30, it's still hovering there, but on the, so 13, 7:30, 9:30, right? Then after that, the 13th at 10:30, it started to break that. Then now we went to a newer, higher, lower high, new support resistance. Then it just kept on going up. Then you can see here that it broke that on the 23rd at 9:30. Let's see, 23rd at around 10:30, right? It kind of spiked. Then it pulled back. Then it just hovered here. Then it tried again on the October 15th at 7:30. It spiked. Then on 8:30 the 15th, it tried the second time. Then boom, it went up again. Then it tried to do a pullback. Then as you can see here, now we're in a new support resistance. So we'll see what's gonna happen in the next few days or weeks. But as you can see here, I really like this where it'll tell you when the next earning and revenue is. So it says date November 8th, period ending September 2021, right? So November 8th, so this 2021. So estimate 505k revenue. So for this is for RIP Capital. So we'll see. Majority of the time, I've noticed that for the cannabis industry, if it's earning, it seems to go down. Let's say if it doesn't go down, I would be pretty happy if I'm long on the stock. Okay. So now let's look at IPIS. So used to be called Namaste, but they changed the name now. So they're like what I was saying from before is they were going for a rebranding and they wanted to attract new shareholders for this company. So the earnings for this one as well too is October 29th, and this is the period ending of August 21st, and the earnings it doesn't say here. Okay. So the most important thing that I wanted to discuss too is like the volume. Not much. So the last trading day, it was around. Let me go check. I think it was less than 100K. So I'm just like, oh really? That's it? That's crazy. So it wasn't much. It wasn't much action. So let me see if I can go here, or was it trading view? Oh, alert volume. Okay, hold on. Here to date. So Monday. Yeah, so I charted this recently as well, and I'll just go 6 months. So as you can see here, that's been going down tremendously ever since the what do you call it? Ever since the hype, right? Yeah, like last February. So yeah, so you can just see going down and down. But okay, anyway, so I wanted to show you guys the volume. Let's see if I can pull it up here. So let's see here today. So the volume, yeah, last trading day, like look at this, it's only 42k, right? So you can see that on the left side here. So last volume was 42k. Last one was 460k, so was not bad. But it's just the volume doesn't look like it's trading that well, because it's like normally what I want to see is maybe if the stock starts to go to like a million trading volume, that's when we see a huge interest. So right now we can see that it's hovering at 11 cents, and it's been like that ever since like the few months now, or no, sorry, not few months. I think how many days is this? So around October 7th, and what is it right now? So October 24th. So it's just been hovering in this level. So what I really want to do if I'm long is I want to see this break 11.5, and if it can break 11.5, we might see a newer higher low, lower high. But so far, if you got cash, this would make sense to put money in if you believe in the company, right? So, and you can see that the earning, like what I was saying earlier, is on the 29th. So that's like in the next that's Friday, right? This week Friday. So it's gonna be interesting what goes down and what's gonna happen for life is. And yeah, so that we did that, and let's look at weed. So weed, it's been downtrending as well since February, and it's just hitting the 16 range, and it's just been hovering there. And what we can see here that right now is at 1840 is the new resistance, and if we can pass this new resistance and go to the new support resistance, that would be nice. So I would suspect that if it does pass the resistance, you might see from the $21 range, I would say like around 21, yeah, like this here would be the new resistance if it does pass this other one that I just showed you earlier, right? So this one here around the 1840. So that's the thing. with the cannabis industry right now. It's not doing well in terms of stock price, but it is growing, and this, you can see that from the sales price from here, the one that I was showing you earlier, that in August 2021, that the cannabis Canadian retail sales price is at 356.9. So that's a good thing to note, right? And a lot of people here. So let's say we like our pot, laugh aloud. So just looking at other people's comment here, which stocks are blah, crypto is where it's at. Then somebody here says, if only the share price reflected this, right? So that's one thing to keep note, is definitely the stock price doesn't reflect the cannabis retail price. And what I'm gonna be showing you guys right now is my portfolio, and it's been reflecting that as well. So it's been down, especially life is, which is used to be called Namaste. So you can see here that is down 63.8%, right? So almost I'm down 8,822 for Namaste when I invested in them. I could have made cash. I could have made a couple thousand actually if I did cash out, and I did day trading for it, but I was looking more of a swing trade for this one. So we'll see what happens in the next few months and see if I'll be able to recoup my cash. But I have an idea. I have a good feeling that these guys are gonna bounce back. As for Rip Capital, you can see here that I'm still up 40%. So I still up 412 and 45 cents. So but the overall trailing 12 marks ROR is 13% and 76 cents. Unrealized gain is around 56.16%. So what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna keep holding. I'm just gonna see if there's gonna be a new opportunity, or if there's new news that's gonna come out. But so far, not yet. And it's weird because I was telling you that there was gonna be a re-election of Justin Trudeau, or the re-election of the federal government, and Justin Trudeau came in and he won, and not much change in the industry here. So which is a good sign, I guess, because maybe a lot of people were nervous about a new government and stuff like that in the federal level. And so far it has been the same and not much change. So we'll see what happens there, right? So I guess this is just the overall view of what the cannabis industry is looking like in the Canadian market for weed. So yeah, I guess if you guys have any questions, definitely message me below, or reach out to me. uh yeah, I guess what we'll do is we'll see you guys next time. All right, so you take care. See ya.